Being that today was the 15th of Shvat, Chamisha Asar B'Shvat, the Rosh Hashanah Lo'ilanis. So I'll give a quick idea of what the Rebbe explains with regards to Chamisha Asar B'Shvat, but something which may help us understand a little better what we've been discussing up until now. The Rebbe explains based on the writings of the Arizal, the pasuk of Eretz Chito Se'ira, and this is because the 15th of Shvat is the Rosh Hashanah for trees, which connect specifically to Eretz Yisrael, and therefore to the trees with which Eretz Yisrael was blessed. Hence, it's a proper time to explain the entire pasuk of Eretz Chito Se'ira, which is all the 7 types which Eretz Yisrael was blessed with. And the Arizal explains the idea of Chita Sa'ira, the 7 kinds are actually correspond to the 7 midas. Now here we have the following. We start with Eretz. Eretz is the land. Every Jew is called an Eretz. Eretz Chayfetz, a land where Hashem's desire is there, although it's hidden. Eretz is the world. The world which becomes a gan, an orchard, a garden, a place which gives forth delicious fruit, whose entire purpose is pleasure. A gan, a garden, that even walking in the garden already gives pleasure to the one walking there. And therefore the gan, the place where Hashem receives pleasure in this world from the purpose of creation, man, who is the purpose of everything. Eretz, this land, in order to sprout forth and become the garden, the gan, basi legani, there has to be work. The work entails all the 39 melachis of Shabbos, there's 40 minus 1. The 1 is the completion, the essence of everything. The 39 is the way one transforms the world into the garden, and that completes itself with that extra 1, the chasar achas, the one that's lacking. Starting from plowing and planting. We plow the garden, the leiv nishbar v'nidka, the broken and crushed heart of the person. We then plant, put in the seed. The purpose of it, the seed rots, the seed disintegrates, and all that's left is that the seed now brings out the power of growth that's within the earth itself. What comes out from this eretz? The hard work which a person puts into himself in order to reveal that which is there. What comes out is the chita se'ira, the work going min hakal el hakaved, from what's easier, becoming more powerful and more powerful as it reaches further and further. And as we've learned up until now, this corresponds to each and one of the Rabbeim bringing the Shechina closer and closer, further down into the world. Start with chita. Chita is wheat. Wheat is the nefesh halikis, maichel adam, it's human food. The godly soul, which is the adam in the person. Wheat refers to also learning Torah, where a person becomes connected to Hashem. Chachma, the essence of the Torah. With it is chesed, drying down that light of Hashem, the spiritual light. It's like the Alter Rebbe bringing it down from the highest all the way down to the world. That's chita. A person deals with the spiritual, with his nefesh halikis, with his chachma, with his essence. Sa'ira. Sa'ira is barley, which is animal food. That's feeding the nefesh habamis. It's not enough for a person to be involved with chita, with chachma, with chesed, with his nefesh halikis, with his spirituality. He must make his nefesh habamis also be fed and understand about godliness. Bina, understand it, develop it. It's not just connecting to the spirituality of Chachma. It has to be developed until it's understood, and therefore connects to Gevura, which is the strength of the bottom of the world itself, connecting to the idea of Yira, Kabbalah Seil, accepting what Hashem says, because the Nefesh HaBamis is fed and made to understand godliness as well. Bittul Rebbe, the understanding, the connection. Das, Geffen. Geffen is grapes. Grapes are Mesameach, Elokim, Ve'anashim. Grapes bring simcha, joy into both the Nefesh Elikis and the Nefesh HaBamis. Together, both of them, two opposites, but we're bringing them together with Das, the connection, which also expresses itself in Tiferes. Bringing together, bringing joy, not just Nefesh Elikis, Nefesh HaBamis, but bringing simcha into both of them. Tzemach Tzedek, connecting Nigla and Pnimis HaTorah, connecting godliness with the world. But all of this is in intellect or in the higher levels of emotions where it's not yet brought out in the practical world. It's still only in the Nefesh Elikis and the Nefesh HaBamis of the person. Go to the next step. Te'ena, figs, which are connected to the Alei Te'ena, the fig leaves that were made by Hashem to be the garments of the original Adam and Chava. Te'ena, garments, not just the soul itself, the garments of the soul. Machshava, dibur, and maaseh, thought, speech, and action, giving space for bringing it into the world, although not yet in the physical world, but the person expressing himself, netzach, the essence of the neshama, the way it can express itself in the world, te'ena. The Rebbe Marash. Rimoin, pomegranate. Hoid, majesty. The very bottom of the Sfiras. The seventh when we count from Keser, from Chachman Bina. The seventh of the Sfiras. The bottom and the last of the Sfiras. Hoid, where it reaches the bottom, it reaches the physical. Pomegranate, pits. 613, the actual mitzvahs of the Torah, the way a person actually affects the physical world, the physical objects of the world. Hoid, the Rebbe Rashab, affecting the world, bringing it down into the world. But even these are all still in a higher level of Eretz. They're the person coming not just into himself, but even affecting the physical world and the physical objects of the world, justifying the purpose of the neshama coming down into the world, into Eretz, into the land, to transform it into a gan. But that's not enough. Then we go to Eretz again. Eretz again, go even deeper. There's a difference between regular work, plowing, planting, breaking the ground, in order that it should give forth what it has in itself, inside its powers, the trees, the beauty, the garden. But then there's something deeper, which is dig, much harder work. Dig into the ground, not just that the ground should give forth what it has, but even more to find those treasures that are inherent inside the ground, inside the earth, the gold, the diamonds, the beautiful precious stones that are there in the earth, inside every Jew. For that there's deep digging, hard work. But what comes out is treasures, not just the beautiful fruit trees, but even more the treasures that are hidden in the ground. That's Galus. Not just the neshama coming down, going further and deeper into the darkness of Galus. Galus is another descent, harder work. What comes out? Zeis shemen. Zayis, an olive is bitter. The bitterness of Galus, the feeling the bitterness of Galus, the realization of the desire for Geula brings out shemen, oil, which is the Pnimius HaTorah, the secrets of the Torah, the razin. Take that olive, crush it, bitterness, crush it. From that comes out oil, the light, the illumination of the razin, dirazin, the shemen oil that floats above water, oil which is the essence of the secrets of the Torah. Still not enough. That's Yisoid. That's Yisoid, like the avoid of the Frierdiker Rebbe, and it's interesting, the avoid of crushing, we saw it there in the Frierdiker Rebbe's lifetime. The crushing, the Mesiras Nefesh, but that's the Yisoid that takes everything from before and brings it to the next level where we can get to an even higher and deeper concept. But from there comes the essence of Dvash. Not dates anymore. It's not the fruit. We're not talking about the fruit like we did till now. Even when we got to the olives, we spoke about oil, but we first started with olives. Now we're talking only one thing, honey. Dates are the hardest fruit to grow. They take 70 years, 7 times 10. 70 years it takes to grow a date tree. The dates also must be crushed, but we don't deal with the date now. We've gotten to the essence of honey. Now it's honey, the sweetness, the dvash v'chalav tachas l'shoinich, the sweetness of the depths and the essence of Torah, which is revealed in the time of Mashiach. So we got to the Eretz, the Zayis, the Shemen came out, but that brought automatically to the next level, which is Dvash, where we don't deal anymore with Giluyim, we don't deal anymore with the revelation. We don't deal anymore with the light, with the outer essence. We've gotten to the very essence of it. Yes, they're still crushed. It's the world, but it's the world, how the world is one with Hashem. That's Deir HaShvi. That's the 7th generation. Olive 7 times 10. That's the 7th generation where it's no longer about revealing godliness. We've gotten to the rock bottom, to the world. We see only honey. We see the essence. Deir HaShvi doesn't have anything in them. We're not in Deir HaShvi because of something we did. We're not in Deir HaShvi because we wanted to. We're not in Deir HaShvi because we chose to. We're in Deir HaShvi because we're the 7th. We are here where 7 is one thing with Ikar Shechina, and we're in the Tachtainim.